Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Chelsea, and we have another video. This time we are looking at 5 series that I want to finish, or that are achievable to finish in the rest of 2023 because there's only one book left. We're going to start off strong. We're going to start off with The Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I have been reading this trilogy for the longest time, like 3 years. There are 3 books. A book a year makes sense, but I read like the first 2 within maybe a year and a half. I was part of a readathon or a read-along or whatever the phrasing is. I was part of it. I was reading this with a group of people online during COVID, funnily enough, because that's kind of when I resparked my love of reading, and then it kind of fizzled out for the final book. So I never actually finished the series, and I still have the book on my shelf with a bookmark in, not finished. So I need to finish this series. It would just mean the world to me to cross this series off, if I'm honest. If you don't know what the series is about, we're following our main character, Diane, who is a witch, but because of things that have happened in her past, she has cut all ties with her witchcraft and she just wants to live a normal life. She's a professor living in Oxford, and she is doing research to write some form of smart paper thing. I don't know, I'm not an academic, but when she calls a certain book out of the archives, she is suddenly noticed by all of the magical creatures society around Oxford. The demons want this book, the witches want this book, the vampires want this book, and she sends it back without thinking anything of it. And then that sparks a whole thing, and she ends up in a romance with a vampire called Matthew. And I have heard people say this is like adult Twilight, and I kind of get it, to be fair. He is a very possessive man, very similar to other vampire characters. I did enjoy this series though, and I really love the Oxfordian portrayal. I love reading about Oxford. I think it's really fun. And then the second book is set in a completely different place, and it is also very, very good and very enjoyable. So I really want to complete this trilogy because that would really, I'm saying really way too many times, but it would really mean a lot. The next is technically a series, but technically not, because originally this was a standalone. So this is The Priory of the Orange Tree. The sequel to this is here, which you can see here. This big gap is where this book lives, and that is A Day of Fallen Night, which is that one. And that is technically a prequel to this world. This is a chunky boy. I have read this twice, actually. Once I read it physically. This was actually the final book. Little anecdote for you. This was actually the final book that I picked up from my local Waterstones before it closed due to the whole pandemic thing, and I got it and it's signed. I'm glad I got it in hardback because I really do like the hardbacks. I am also not massively fussed that I haven't got one of the many special editions that have come out for this series since this second book has been released. But in this book we are following a range of different perspectives from north, south, east and west, basically, of this world. We are following characters who are kind of from all scopes of life within this world. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I don't really know how to sum up this massive blinking book. A world divided, a queendom without an heir, an ancient enemy awakens. Basically, we're at a point now where Queen Sabran has to take a husband because her bloodline is the thing that is keeping this big bad dragon fast asleep, and if she doesn't have a baby then the bloodline is finished, and everyone before her has always had girls, and that is how this works. This is kind of like the main thread throughout the whole book. And we just follow the people that are around her, and they mention people in different places and stuff. It's very, very cool, and it's very well done. I did really enjoy it. The only thing I will say, as many people do say about this series, is that I did find the ending of this book to be really rushed. Again, we have all of these many pages, and like the last not even 10% of it is the, you know, conclusion, and I just think it was a little bit rushed, but otherwise I really enjoyed this world. It was a good book, so I need to finish it. The next one, I have actually already started the sequel, and that is The Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan, and the sequel is The Sun Warrior, or The Heart of the Sun Warrior is the name. I have got the gorgeous special editions. I believe these are Fairy Loot editions, actually, and mine is stuck together for some reason. Yeah, they are Fairy Loot editions, and they are based on ancient Chinese legend. I really like the idea of books with the whole retelling folklore, legends, that sort of thing from different cultures. I think it's really cool and I really enjoy it, especially because, you know, majority of them are fantasy and they have all of these different worlds and magical elements within them. I did enjoy this one. The only thing I didn't enjoy was the love triangle, but again, I am not the romance reader that you come to for recommendations on romance, because that is just not me. But I really enjoyed the world of this, and like I said, I'm already listening to the sequel, so hopefully this one is actually achievable this year. But we'll find out, because things can change. Things always change. Second to last is Legendborn. Now, I don't know if the sequel to this, which is Bloodmarked, is the end of this series or if there's going to be more books. So my goal with this is just to be up to date, to be ready for whatever comes next. Again, there are special editions of these. I think I got this one out of an Illumicrate box. I bought a copy for my friend because I told her that she also had to read it. But yeah, so what else can I tell you? So this book is an Arthurian inspired story. It's not a retelling. And our main character, Bree, who is this lovely character here, goes to an early college program, and she stumbles upon someone using magic, and she links this back to the accident that caused her mother's death, and she wants to dig to the bottom as to what was going on, why was it covered up, why was someone using magic on her, all of those fun things, and that leads her to obviously have to take part in this society, which I enjoyed the fact that there are trials in this book. I really enjoyed that. I didn't love this 100%. I think I gave it 3 stars, but that was because there was so much more that I wanted from it that I didn't get. But maybe that means the sequel will be even better and I will love it even more. I do think, though, that now it has been long enough, I should probably reread this. But the writing is so small, and I don't know why it's so small. But yeah, there's that one. And then the final series that I want to finish, that I can finish this year, because again it's only a duology, is none other than this. And if you can't tell what this is, because funnily enough it doesn't say its title on it, it is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I have read Ninth House. I want to read Hellbent. I got these Illumicrate editions with the strange sprayed edges, but the covers are why I bought them, and they are very, very pretty. So I am hoping to read this during spooky season, or just before or just after, and I want to reread Ninth House again because it has been so long since I actually read this book. So in this book we're following our main character Alex, who is accepted to Yale, I want to say. Is it Yale? Yeah, so she's accepted into Yale and is basically tasked with monitoring the secret societies that happen in Yale. She is not the standard kid that would go to Yale. She is basically invited to join the college when she has somehow survived death's door, essentially, because of a secret special talent that she has. Again, I really enjoyed this. I love the Dark Academia vibes. I do know that people have said that it's not Dark Academia enough, but I like the fact that we just get the vibes and not the class, because I probably couldn't care less, if I'm honest, about the class stuff. I just really like the whole magic and all of that, and the mystery element that actually does run through this book, because there is a mystery element, believe it or not. So there are 5 series that I could actually finish and all be up to date with. I will say the hardest one is going to be A Day of Fallen Night, because that book is a big boy, and I know the lovely Abby from Abbey of Pelennor said basically it took her like a whole month to read, because it's obviously a very big commitment. It's a huge book. Actually, how many pages is this book? It feels smaller than the other one. This book is a grand total. Oh no, that's the glossary, so that doesn't count. 846 pages. Oh wait, there's bonus content. 862 pages. Mine also has like loads of these like random black marks through it for whatever reason. It's like it went through the printer and then the printer went, no, let's spit you back out again for whatever reason. But it's fine. But yeah, there you go. I think this might be the hardest one to read because it's huge, and I don't really read a lot anymore. But yeah, like I said, those are 5 book series that I can finish this year if I just pull my socks up and concentrate. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It supports me and my channel. Leave me a comment down below of a series that you want to finish this year if you could. Let's think of a really random emoji to give you. Give dinosaur emojis. Dinosaur emojis down in the comments if you don't want to leave me a full comment. And if you want to see more of me, please consider subscribing down below and ring that notification bell to get notified every single time I upload new videos. I'm uploading every single day in the month of August. I've uploaded every day before this video, and I will update every day after this video. So I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Have an amazing day. See you then. Bye.